Hey everyone, so welcome to our week 5 workshop. This week is all about manifesting, manifestation, or anything around the word manifest, right? Now, I know that at the start of the week, I gave you a little task or a little game to play with yourself around manifestation, but also learning to unlock this part of your brain so you can really dive into this whole world of like the law of attraction, right? And I know that we've sort of touched on this a little bit, attracting into your life what it is that you want. And it's really interesting once you start to unlock your mind towards the things that you actually want in your life. So whether they're goals or dreams or things that you want to bring into your life, a new job, a new car, a new house, a new partner, whatever it is, you can really use a simple process like manifestation in conjunction with the law of attraction to really bring those things into your life. So today we're going to be talking all about this. So know that at any time, if you do need to pause the video, jot some notes down, please do that because there's going to be a little bit of information here. Now, let's dive straight in. So it can be tricky at first to kind of get the hang of what manifestation is, understanding what the law of attraction is, and then other times it can start to just become second nature to you once you get really great at it. But in the beginning, like if you're not really sure what it means or you need some clarity or some purpose on what it is, then obviously you're going to need to get some clarity on what exactly it is so you can start practicing it in order to truly believe that it is something that can work for you and you're successful with it. So it's worth knowing the ins and outs of what exactly manifestation means and how to properly manifest what it is that you want, okay? So before I share a few of my tips with you, we're going to have a look at what the word manifestation actually means and how it works, okay? So earlier in the week, I gave you a really fun game to play, and this was like a very easy, fun, light-hearted thing that you could do. But what I was getting you to do was open your mind to basically the law of attraction, right? So there's many different definitions of the word like manifest or manifestation, something like that. But the simplest would be is that basically it's something that is put into your physical realm or reality through thoughts and feelings and beliefs. Okay, that's kind of the simplest way that I can describe it. And this means that like whatever you're focusing on, you can bring into your reality. Okay, so you might focus on manifestation through things like meditation or visualization or just simply via your conscious or subconscious thoughts, which is kind of like what we were doing in the game that we played earlier this week, okay? This process is called manifestation. So let's use an example, like if you've been thinking about getting a new job or, and you focused, exactly on what you wanted or like why you wanted it, and your thoughts and your feelings would be really strong surrounding a new job, right? And then what you could try to do is meditate or visualize your goal. So I guess it can help you manifest it into your reality. And then if you got the new job and it was everything that you wanted, you would have successfully manifested it into your life. Yeah? So that's a very, I guess, simple way of me being able to explain it to you, and it would be wonderful if it was kind of that simple, right? But let's have a look at some different ways as to how manifestation works. So sort of like the law of attraction, a manifestation is where your thoughts and your energy can create your reality, right? And we've been doing a lot of work over the last few weeks about like rewiring your mindset to see your life in different ways, right? And like you've heard me talk about this so many times, that if you are constantly being negative and feeling down, then you are definitely going to attract and manifest negative energy into your life, right? It's a given. So the first thing to do when you're manifesting is to take a look at your current thoughts and your feelings, and just notice, like, are you feeling negative? Do your thoughts surround negativity? And if so, could you begin to manifest the things that you don't want into your reality, right? I've seen examples of this a number of times, even in my own life, where, let's say, I've been injured or unwell, for example. Actually, this is a very real example for me. And, out loud, I would say things like, oh, I'm so sick of being injured. I don't want to be injured anymore. I'm so sick of feeling sick. I don't want to be sick anymore. And when we put it out there, like, I don't want, what you're basically saying is, I have this in my life. So guess what you're going to attract more of? Yeah. And this is why it's so important to be able to use some of these tools that you're learning to be able to clear your mind and have a positive mind about what it is that you are wanting in your life, rather than more of what you don't want. Does that make sense? So manifestation doesn't always just work with your thoughts. And there actually has to be a little bit of action on your part as well. So this could be, let's say we go back to the job example. You want a new job and you're sitting there and you're meditating, you're visualizing about it, but the action that you have to take is you actually have to go and apply for the jobs, right? So you have to apply for the jobs that suit what you're looking for and go to the interviews and, blah, blah, blah. But trying to visualize your thoughts and your feelings about this job will, I guess, help you feel more positive and motivated to actually take action on those things and change your reality, right? And then once you're pushed towards taking some action on it, ultimately, it's very possible that you can manifest that particular goal into your life. Yeah? So let's have a look at, I have created, I guess, 5 steps that really work for me in terms of how to manifest anything into your life, okay? And often with things like the law of attraction, it can feel like sometimes it takes months or even years to manifest things that you desire. And I know that the waiting period is challenging, and it can feel like, I meditated on that and I visualized that, and, you sit here wondering, like, why didn't that happen within 24 hours? The thing is it doesn't quite work like that. But, there are 5 steps that I use personally that, I've seen really, really great results from. And so, this might work for you as well. If you follow this simple manifestation guide, look, who knows how quickly you could bring something into your life. I've seen things happen within 24 hours or even less sometimes. And other times it can take months. So let's have a look, right? So if you do want to grab your journal, go for it. You can take some notes. Otherwise, you can just continue listening to the audio here. Either option is great for you. All right, so step 1, you've got to choose what it is that you want to manifest, right? So when you choose something very specific to manifest, it's vital that you actually know exactly why you want the specific thing in your life. And you'll hear me talk about this all the time, especially in previous workshops I've done about like goal setting as well. The question why is always the most important question that we ask, over and above the what. The why is the most important. And, when you're trying to manifest something really quickly into your life, you also have to pick something that, you believe that you can manifest quite quickly, right? So, you have to be realistic about what it is that you're choosing and in what time frame you want to bring it in. So, for example, there's not much point in saying that you want to start a new business or just land your dream job in 24 hours. And unless you actually believe that you could start a new business or land your dream job, the next day, right? But you might well believe that you can successfully manifest, the next step in your journey towards opening a new business or landing your dream job in a day. Can you see the difference there? It's all about how you think about the goal, and in which case, you might set that as your actual goal. So to complete a business plan or get the loan that you need or apply for the job opening that you saw or collaborate with someone that can, put you in the direction that you need to, right? So even though you might not have the goal or have the dream job or have the new business within that 24-hour period, you can definitely take action towards that goal within a 24-hour period. That's really easy, right? So when you're picking something to manifest, there's a couple of questions I like to ask myself, and these might help you as well. So first question I ask is, do I really want this? Like, in my heart of hearts, do I really actually want this in my life? Sometimes what we think we want isn't actually what feels good at a heart level. The next question I ask is, how will I benefit from this? And when I think about having this, does it feel right? We've heard that saying before about like your sixth sense or your gut feeling. Like, does it feel right in your gut, your sixth sense, to actually have this thing in your life? How will it be good for me and good for others as well? So these are some great questions that you can ask yourself. You can even use them as journal prompts if you want to. But yeah, they're really great on answering how to get clear on whether you actually want this thing into your life or not. So, whether it's for the greater good or something that you want itself, most likely it will definitely be like a significant step on your journey towards manifesting this goal if you can ask yourself and truly answer those questions in the beginning, right? So to sum it up, decide on what you want and the connection to your intention for it, and believe that you really can receive what it is that you're asking for. Okay, so that's the first step. The next step is being able to clear any barriers that are in your way, right? So getting rid of things that are standing in your way from actually having the thing. Now, unfortunately, often there are things that will stand in your way of success, right? And it shouldn't scare you. It's actually part of the manifestation process. So you've got to keep your eye on things that might stand in your way. Some of the most common manifestation blocks that I personally come up against, and also I notice it in other people that I coach as well, is number one, above anything else, is negative beliefs and a negative mindset. And I'm sure you can probably agree with me that. So if you're in a really bad place emotionally, then you need to get yourself first into the right mindset before you can successfully manifest anything at all, okay? You can't be focusing on negative energy and then expect to attract good things into your life. It goes back to what I was saying before. If you keep putting out there into the universe the things that you don't want. And I used the example before of I don't want to be injured anymore. I don't want to be sick anymore. Well, guess what you're saying to the universe? All of the things that you don't want. So guess what you're going to attract in, right? So a couple of things you can try is some self-care practice and meditating, or some different stress relief techniques. And we have talked about these in previous workshops as well. The other thing that I often come across that is a bit of a barrier is other people, like toxic people that are in your life and not serving you towards your goal. So when you're working on manifesting, your dream or your goal, you need to make sure that there's no one in your life that is holding you back from this. Because people who don't believe in you will always, always, always criticize you, or they'll complain about everything that are blocks that will keep you from doing your best. Okay. Now, sometimes they can come in the form of, friends or colleagues or, acquaintances, peers, people that aren't too challenging to take a step back from. But they can also come from family members as well. And that can be a little bit more challenging to take a step back from, right? So get very clear about who are the toxic people that you currently have in your life, and how can you take a little bit of a step back from them, or even have a conversation with them around what it is that their negativity is doing for you and not doing for you, right? And the other thing is this isn't something we have a lot of control over, but it's timing. And sometimes we just got to be patient. Everything happens when it's meant to. Everything happens for you, not to you, but it happens in the time that it's meant for you, okay? And if you can truly trust this and believe this, then know that in knowing that you can really keep just working towards your goal, because it comes at a time that it's meant to for you, okay? So just sit back and think about how, your manifestation process is going at the moment, what action are you taking on that, and just trust, okay? Just trust. Now, number 3, visualization. So visualize what it is that you actually want to manifest. And I don't necessarily mean like just sitting there with your eyes closed, thinking about it. Yes, that's great to do, and that is a form of visualization. But I mean like really getting deep, visualizing it, okay? So, heading off somewhere quiet. And you might do this every few days. Take 10 minutes, 15 minutes for yourself to just sit in private and spend some time visualizing, what it is that you want. You might take your vision board with you, or your book, whatever it is that you did, last week. This is a great way to bring all of these things into fruition, bring it into the forefront of your mind. So pour all of your energy and your concentration into seeing what it is that you want. Let all of your good feelings about the outcome of this thing pour out as well, okay? Now, this works really well if you do it as a multi-sensory visualization. So what I mean by that is, think about if you can see things, hear things, smell things, touch things, and even if it's relevant, taste things, on the outcome that you want to create, and really making it as real as you possibly can, like it's already yours, and as many details as you can as well. Don't try to imagine exactly how things are, or whatever, but just focusing solely on what it is that the end result is that you want. So, for example, let's say you wanted to have a new house, right? And your house was on the beach. Yeah. That actually happens to be one of my goals, by the way. And so what I like to do is, yes, okay, I'm taking some action towards, being able to bring that into my life. But one of the things that I love to do is go and visit the beach. And when I'm there, I really just take a moment to sit, and I close my eyes and I listen. I listen to the waves, the wind. I, can taste the salt on my lips. I go and dip my toes like in the sand and in the water, and really breathe in and experience what it's like to be at the beach. Yeah. And when I'm doing all of that, I think about, what does my house look like? Where is it located? And like I'm really putting myself in that situation as if I'm already there. Yeah. So this is what I mean by like a multi-sensory visualization. Okay. Now, that's all very well. That's all very well doing that, right? And that's kind of the fun part of manifesting. But the fourth step that you need to take is actually taking some action on what it is that you want, okay? So, I mean, you can spend the rest of your time pretty much living as you normally would, and there isn't any particular action that you need to take in order to make your manifestation possible. But there will be steps along the way that you need to, I need to go and do the thing now to actually bring the thing into my life, right? So once you've done the few steps that I've just talked about above, and you're waiting for those things to appear, waiting and waiting and waiting, right? That's probably a sure sign that you need to take some action on something. So, you know, you might feel like a really urgent urge to do something, or it might be just a sense of, I've got a little bit of an intuition happening here, like I need to follow my gut and take some action on researching that, right? So if it feels natural to do it, just do it. If not, seek some help. Go and ask some questions. Who are the right people that you need in order to help you achieve this? Do you need to seek some guidance or advice, or is there someone that you actually need to do something for you to be able to make this happen? Okay, so, you know, these are some common reasons why you might not manifest something really quickly into your life, like within 24 hours into your life, is because you've got to actually take the action on the thing, as well as believing in the thing as well. So, you know, if I go back to my example of wanting a house on the beach, right? Okay, cool. So I'm right now putting myself in the situation of visualizing it, journaling it. It's on my vision board, everything. Like I know exactly what it looks like. And right now, today, I'm not in a position to have that in my life. But what are the things that I need to do? Well, okay. I probably need to speak to my accountant. I probably need to have a chat with the bank or a broker or something like that. I need to get some people in my realm to be able to help me understand what my financial situation is like, or a real estate agent. Probably need to go and talk to a real estate agent about, where can I find this house? Is this house currently available on the market that I want? Or do I need to go and build it? And if I need to build it, well, then I need to go and seek a builder, right? Like, who are the people that you need to bring into your life to be able to start taking action on asking some questions, get some guidance and some advice? Another example, I mean, I see this all the time in what you know, field that I work in, is people wanting to lose weight or get stronger or rehab an injury or something like that. And often, you know, before they come to me, they have, well, what we're doing right now, like resetting your mindset, right? Like, often before they come to me, they've tried a few things themselves. They might have looked at a YouTube video or listened to a meditation that they found, or, you know, like whatever it is, started working out on their own at home. But they've got to a point where they're like, yeah, I don't know enough about this subject. I need some help. I need some guidance. I need someone in my corner that's got my back. Yeah. So those are the kind of action steps that you can take in order to be able to actually take action on the thing. And then the last step, the very last step, is recognize and appreciate. So although this, you know, this final step might not seem very significant in the first place, it can actually do a lot to be able to shape your manifestation potential for the future, right? For other things. So basically the key thought here is that you need to fully be able to appreciate what it is that you've manifested, or that you are manifesting in, or your goal, or, you know, whatever it is, because it can be really easy to forget what it is that you've asked for when you've received it. And so forgetting that step can be very, or shall I say, by taking this step, by taking the moment to reflect, recognize, appreciate, It can be really proactive in order to, continue being able to do this for yourself. It's not like a one-time thing, right? This is a way of life. So, going back to what you first thought and felt when you were visualizing your desired object or outcome, and really connecting with those experiences with the new experience of, having the next thing that you want. A great way to do that is if you kept a journal the whole entire time, you can actually look back on what it is that you were thinking and feeling at the time, so you can connect with those feelings again. Yeah, considerable, the tangible proof that you have that, thoughts are actually a thing, and thinking a certain way can create concrete changes in your world around you, because it can. There's proof of it everywhere. You just need to open your eyes to looking around at someone who has done it, and that right there tells you that it is possible for you too. Yeah? And the more that you make this connection and you emphasize it, the better that you will be at manifesting things in the future. And it's a lot. It can be a lot of fun, actually, being able to replace the negative limiting beliefs and doubts that you might have with positive thoughts and feelings and excitement around being able to bring in whatever the hell you want into your life. So I hope that, that little 5-step plan was interesting for you, and that you took some great notes there. I mean, I've gone through it pretty quickly there for you. It can be a little bit more in depth than that, but that's a real sort of quick overview of what it is that works for me. And before I wrap this up, I just want to give you a little fun thing as well, is once you've started this process, I want you to keep this in mind. Looking out for, like, when it is that you're trying to manifest something in your life, there might actually be, and what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say too many things at once here. When you're trying to manifest something into your life, and you might be feeling like, when is this going to happen? It's taking so long, nothing's happening, this doesn't work, this is all a bit woo-woo, right? Stand back, stand back, because there might actually be some signs that are coming into your life that you should be looking out for in order to know that your manifestation is close, okay? And that some of the small signs might actually be staring you right in the face without you even knowing. So some of the signs can appear to you in many different ways. So things like, hearing about your desires. So it could be something like maybe overhearing someone else's conversation, or listening to the radio or the TV or a podcast, or something where someone else is actually talking about the very thing that you want. Like, that's a sign, okay? Feeling excited, like a really deep sense of excitement, despite that there not actually being a reason right now. This could be a really, really close sign that, a good sign that your manifestation is close. Yeah. This one happens to me literally all the time, on a daily basis. Now, it seems a bit woo-wooey, but stay with me here. I'm living proof that this happens, and I'm pretty certain that it's probably happened to you at some point as well. You might just not have noticed it, but you see repeating numbers. Have you ever heard of the term like angel numbers, or have you ever seen the numbers like 1111 or 111 or 222 on the clock, or something like that, like repeating numbers? And repeating numbers actually have really important meanings, and these are a wonderful sign that your manifestation is close. And pay attention, like really pay attention when you see this. Often I see them on a clock, or on, like, in my car as well. I can see it on the odometer or the clock or my radio, or if I'm out driving. It's even random things, like if I'm driving past a service station, it might be the price of the petrol. It'll be like $1.11. or something like that. Like I literally see it everywhere all the time. And if you don't know what angel numbers are, I can do another video on this for you guys. But I would encourage you to do some research on it. Go out into Google and sit back and have your mind blown as to what this is all about. There is a different meaning behind each number or each number sequence that you see as well. So yeah, if you were seeing these, know that this is a sign for you. Yeah, and the other one is that, you know, maybe other people are talking about your goals as well. So people that are actually in your life might bring up your goals in conversation with you, telling you that it would be really, like, you would be good at something, or you would be great at that job, or oh, you would really suit living there or doing that thing, or, you know, whatever it is, without them being aware that that was your goal. Yeah. So look out for the signs. They are there. Keep your eyes open. Don't be sleepy. Keep your eyes open to it, because the universe is talking to you all the time. Now, that might be a little bit woo-woo-y, but stay with me, because it is a real thing. The law of attraction is a real thing. And truly, if you do believe that this can work for you, then it absolutely can. And yeah, I am living proof that it is certainly happening for me. And there are many people out there, many examples that I could give you of other people that I know that this has happened to as well. So the number one thing that I'm going to leave you with is that if you see that it's happened in other people, then obviously you know it to be true, right? It can be true. So it can definitely be true for you too. So on that note, I would love to know, you know, a couple of golden nuggets that you took out of this workshop today. Drop me a comment in the group. Let me know if there's something that you learned, or something that is like, boom, been a bit of a realization moment for you, and you're like, oh, that has happened to me. Let me know. I would love to start a discussion with you guys on this, and yeah, something fun that you learned from this. So I hope you liked this one, and I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, what it is that you have decided on that you are going to bring into your life as well, because that's all why we're here, right? To bring our desired goals and dreams into our life. So let me know.